Autobots, roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Clash of the Transformers Optimus Prime, and I love this toy. Released in August of 2015, this guy is brand new and he's available in stores right now as of the time of this recording, and he's retailing for approximately $20. So if you're watching the cartoon, Optimus Prime has finally made his trip to Earth. He was in this alternate dimension sort of deal where he was being trained by all the Primes for this upcoming mission to Earth. So they finally decided that his training was complete. Everybody, all the different Primes, gave him like a piece of their own spark, which powered Optimus Prime up, and they gave him this kind of like a galaxy convoy look where he was red and black instead of red and blue. So everywhere that used to be black, or everywhere that used to be blue, is now black. But now he's got like all these shoulder pauldrons and spikes on his shoulders, and like more spikes on his helmet, and he just looks like this beefed up, powered up version of the Prime that we had become used to seeing in the show. This figure right here is a retool and repaint of the previous 3-step Optimus Prime that we already got. The one that was approximately Voyager classed. So we'll bring in this box real quick so you guys can see the packaging, and you're going to recognize it right away, because it's almost the exact same packaging from the previous figure, except that this time around you can see the this, apparently it's only available at Toys R Us, and you can see the artwork here. You can see that powered up version of Optimus Prime that we were talking about, but he comes in the open box, or the open window box rather, where he comes packaged in his robot mode, and you can just reach in there and kind of feel him out, and you've got your 3 steps, and it shows you the transformation right there. Around the side, you've got the continuation of the artwork right there, so you can check that out. He looks pretty cool. I like him. More artwork on the side here, and then on the back, you got your product shot showing Optimus in both truck and robot mode, and again, the transformation, and then it talks about the scan game if you're playing that. I've actually not played mine in a while. I haven't been keeping up with mine. So, that's it for the packaging. We'll bring Optimus back in again. And here in truck mode, he's approximately 9.5 inches long, about 3.5 inches tall. And again, like I said, he's just a repaint and a remold of the one that we got before. Now, this time around, Optimus did come with a weapon. He comes with this sword, which is orange for some reason. I don't know. I think the sword looks pretty cool, but that orange looks awful. And I think I'm going to be painting that. I'm probably going to paint this silver, because that just looks awful. Awful to me, I don't know. But there you go. The sword itself, the mold is pretty cool. Check that out. I do like the mold on that sword. He does have a peg on the side there. There's really nowhere to put the sword here in vehicle mode, unless you want to go to one of these screw holes. And the screw hole here on this side doesn't really hold very well, at least not for me. You can see it just kind of wobbles around. But the one on the other side works okay for whatever reason. That one seems to hold okay. So, again, I'm not a fan of having the weapons just hanging out on the vehicle mode, but that works. If that works for you, then there's an option for you to store the weapon. Otherwise, you can just do like me and just set it aside. Now, bringing in real quick the other one, our previous 3-step Optimus, so we can compare. We can see all the differences here and all the changes in the mold that have been made. Much like they did with the Mega, you can see that the front of the truck is completely different. That hood and grill piece is completely different. It's more angled. Your grill and your bumper are angled. You've got more angles over here. You've got some molded in detail right here on the fenders. The whole hood is different now, so you can see that. Not a lot of differences on the legs except for the paint, but then when you get to the back of the truck here, you can see on these back wings here, almost looks like he's got these air intakes now, and these are going to be part of like his shoulder pauldrons that he's got. Also these parts right here, where I really did like on the old one how he had the spoiler. On this new one, he's got like these spikes here, and again, these are all going to be just part of the shoulders there, but there you go. You can see what these guys look like together side by side. One last shot there. There you go. So, transformation is going to be exactly like the previous one. We're just going to pull down on the whole cab right here on the front, and then we're going to flip the hood and the grill in towards the truck itself. Bring this guy all the way around, and as it does that, you're going to see that the legs are going to extend away from the arms. And we are going to have a tab right there with a slot there where these are going to peg into. Once you bring them up and over, bring them right through here. Peg that in there, bring the hood all the way down, and that's going to reveal the head. And I'm doing something wrong. There we go. And you got to peg the peg the hood on the back of the truck there. And there is our Clash of the Transformers Optimus Prime in robot mode, and I think he looks really cool. Like I said, it's kind of like a Galaxy Convoy feel that I get from this. You know, you've got the black arms and the black legs now. You got a lot of white detail though, but you've got these pauldrons here, and the whole front of the chest has been remolded, the whole head's been remolded. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. Here in robot mode, Optimus stands approximately 8 inches tall. So again, he's about Voyager class if we're going by the old sizing standards. I'm going to bring him in close so we can take a good look at the head, because I really like what they've done with the head. So, like I mentioned, they added a couple of spikes on the head here, and he just has this more of a badass look to the head now, and I really, really dig it. And you can see the way the chest looks. Let me get this focused in. You can see the way the angle, the new piece of the chest here, just kind of looks good on the hood there, or the hood rather looks good on the chest there. And we got like these door windows on the side, and we got these spikes coming out of the shoulders. I like it. I like it very, very much. It looks like a powered up version of the one that we had previously. Let me get him transformed real quick so we can take a look at these guys side by side. And there you go. Come on. Clip in place, buddy. Clip in place. There we go. So here he is next to his previous version, and you can see all the changes that they've made. And I like it very much. It looks like a very powered up version. This is kind of like, this is what he looked like in the show so far when he was in this alternate dimension training. But now that he's come to Earth, this is what he looks like. So it's pretty cool to have both versions. Set him aside real quick. And again, for articulation, we don't have a whole lot of articulation. Exactly what we had before, which is pretty much just turning the arms around, and that's about it. And we'll give him a sword just so you can see what it looks like with the sword. And that's about gonna be it. Again, I don't like the sword in orange. I like the sword. I like the mold on it. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't understand why they made that orange. I really just don't understand that. But yeah, he looks pretty cool. Again, well, the sword looks pretty cool. I'm just gonna paint that because I don't understand that orange. And there he is one more time with the previous version, so you can see what these guys look like side by side. You can see that. Let's bring in for the heads. See what I mean with the head, where they added all those spikes on the head, and they give him kind of like a longer crest, and the mouth plate is more angled. It just looks like an angrier version of Prime, and I dig it. I really, really dig it. So there it is. I think that is going to do it for Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Clash of the Transformers Optimus Prime. Again, I know that this is not going to be for everybody. This is really intended more at a younger audience. It's just a very basic toy with 3 steps of transformation and hardly any articulation whatsoever. This is really meant for a younger audience. I know a lot of collectors are not going to dig this, but for what it is, I think it's a very cool toy and a very fun toy at that. So, what did you think of this figure? What would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.